What's up, man? This is Melvin, and in this video, my friend Jordan is going to show us his top 5 sneakers from his personal collection.
What's up, everybody? My name is Jordan Mathews. I also go by Teddy_Bomber on Instagram and YouTube. When did I first start collecting? I started collecting around 2008, 2009 time frame. The shoe that really got me was the Air Force One Microphone Underground, and those retail for about $250. And as a high school student, you can't afford $250 shoes. It's just unheard of. And when I asked my mom, she's like, $250 for those gaudy shoes? No. Get into my top 5 sneakers. We're going to start off with number 5, which is the Vans Mastermind collab. The reason why this shoe is so sentimental to me, and it's not really sentimental, but it's just, it means a lot to me because it's the first pair of Vans I actually fell in love with. My wife is a huge Vans fan, and she's been trying to get me into Vans for years and years, but I just wasn't biting, and Masterminds were the ones. Now Mastermind is a Japanese clothing brand. Their clothing is very expensive, and their sizing is very weird, so it's nice to actually have something from them in the collection. Moving on to number 4, which is the AirTech Challenge 2 night pack. Now this pack is this shoe is very interesting. Very interesting because it's the only black AirTech Challenge. There have been others they've released recently, but these were the first black AirTech Challenge and one of the most limited. Only released at 21 and Mercer in New York, and it signified they released with a Serena Williams trainer, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, it was very hard to get. These shoes resemble the US Open. The blue bottom is the clay that they use for the US Open. But yeah, it's just a dope shoe. The 3M lacing is a really dope detail. But moving on to number 3, which is the Air Max 1 Atmos. And anybody that's been collecting shoes knows this is a classic, an absolute classic. When they re-retroed these for Air Max Day in 2017, it was a must. Absolute must. I'm not going to get too much into these because, like I said, they're a classic. There's not much to say. The elephant print, the jade, just amazing. But moving on to number 2, which is the Adidas Ultra Boost Woodwood collab. Now this shoe is very plain, very boring if you ask anybody. But for me, I'm interested in monotone shoes. So the fact that they're monotone with a little hint of color, it was enough. It's enough. And then you're getting a comfortable shoe on top of that. You can't beat it. You can't beat it.
So a question for you before you move on to the next one, Jordan. Explain Woodwood. Explain that to someone who is familiar with Ultra Boost but not familiar with the collaboration.
So Woodwood is a clothing company in Germany, if I'm not mistaken. This was their first Ultra Boost collab. It was a pack. So there was the black pair, which is the men's pair. And then there was a white pair, which that one was very different. So it didn't have any laces. It had like a overlapping cage that went around it. Very interesting. Not my cup of tea. But the black pair was enough. These symbolize the gravitational pull So they took a astronomy class to actually find little details that they can put into the shoe to make it follow the Big Bang theory. So like on the insole you have lines, and those were the gravitational lines that caused the Big Bang thing. I'm not sure. I didn't take the class, but it was very interesting reading up on it. So moving on to my number one, which is the Air Jordan 1 Fragment. So me being a big fan of Michael Jordan, these were an absolute must. This was the first OG colorway to come out when they re-retroed or remastered the OG series. So these were the OG high, and these were the first collaboration with Fragment. So these were one of the first Jordan collabs to actually be available to the consumer, to consumers. Typically they release them in like very, very limited runs. These were limited as well. These are extremely hard to find now. And also I'm a huge fan of Fragment design. Hiroshi Fujiwara is a genius when it comes to design. I love just about everything that he puts out. I know recently he's done a collab with Louis Vuitton, which is pretty dope. I love the simplicity of this collab, even though it is essentially a royal black toe. I still think it's dope. It's by far one of my favorite shoes in my collection. Quality wise, everything. But yeah, that's my top 5. If you want to follow me, follow my Instagram at Teddy_Bomber, and also on YouTube at Teddy_Bomber. I'm gonna hand it back to Melvin. Peace.
Hey Jordan, I just want to say thank you, man, for showing us your top 5 sneakers from your personal collection. In my opinion, I think I'm rolling with those Air Max Atmos. I just love the way the elephant print is just popping on the side, and that jade is just adding that, different element to it, and I just love that, man. So hey, you know what? Let me know what your favorite sneakers were from Jordan's collection. Leave a comment down below and let me know what you were feeling and what you weren't feeling. All right, so you can also follow Jordan on his Instagram, and I'll leave the link in the description, and also you can subscribe to his channel on YouTube. And as always, hit the like button on my channel and on my video, and subscribe. And if you subscribe to my channel, make sure you hit the little bell so you get notified every time I upload a new video. So I really do appreciate you taking the time to check out my video and learn, create, and share. Learn something new, create something amazing, and share it with the world. This is Melvin, and until next time, peace and love.
Leveled up to buy 10,000. Yeah. Leveled up to buy 20,000. Yeah. Leveled up to buy 30,000. They draft bust below zero. We ain't moving, we too froze. We